Let's discuss now. Congressman Khanna is here. He'll be questioning Michael Cohen tomorrow as a member of the House Oversight Committee. Good evening, sir. So good to have you on. Thank you so much. You know what I'm talking about, this threatening tweet from Matt Gaetz. Is he trying to intimidate Cohen? What do you think of this?
Absolutely. I mean, it was outrageous. Matt Gaetz is someone who's talked about reforming Congress. He should be, for every witness being able to testify. He's threatening Cohen with revealing information about alleged girlfriends. I mean, it's totally inappropriate. It's not protected by the speech and debate clause. And it's beneath the dignity, frankly, of anyone in Congress.
What was your response when you saw it?
Well, I saw it. I tweeted at him because Matt had voted with us, actually, to help stop the war in Yemen. I've talked to him before, and I said, Matt, what are you thinking? Why are you doing this? I mean, this is just totally inappropriate, and it's undermining everything you talk about, reforming Congress or the institutions.
Did he respond to you?
He hasn't yet.
You haven't heard?
I haven't heard.
This sounds, I mean, it sounds like something out of a mob movie. Have you ever heard of a sitting congressman doing something like this? And do you think that he should be censured by the Ethics Committee?
I think the Ethics Committee and others should look into it. I don't think it's protected by the debate and speech clause, but I think there needs to be a full investigation in that kind of intimidation and zero tolerance for that. And it is, you know, what I don't understand is what did they have to gain? I mean, it's not like Trump is employing them. Sometimes you wonder whether the Republicans realize we're a separate branch of government, a co-equal branch of government. We don't work for Donald Trump. Yeah, but don't you think, I mean, if you watch him on television, he is, in essence, a surrogate for the president in his speech, in his response. Rarely, if ever, that I can recall criticizing the president, because no one is perfect. We all deserve to be criticized sometimes, right? It's warranted. Never does. So he's essentially a surrogate for the president. My question is, though, it has been reported that they communicate all the time, he and the president. You think the president could have encouraged him to do something like this? I think he needs to answer that question. And it's one thing to be a surrogate for the president on policy. If he wants to defend the president's tax policy, foreign policy, it's another thing to abdicate your constitutional responsibility to be an independent branch of government and to coordinate in defending the president and obstructing the inquiry of Congress. That's a very serious matter. Let's talk about, you're in the House Oversight Committee. Yes. You're going to be questioning, tomorrow's going to be historic. What do you want to ask him? Well, Michael Cohen. Well, I want first, like your previous guest said, to stick to the facts. I want to have Michael Cohen tell us what did he communicate with the White House about his testimony previously to Congress? Were they people who instructed him to lie? What does he know about the president's criminal conduct that the public doesn't know? Because the Southern District of New York, as you know, said that he wasn't fully cooperative in telling them everything he knew. What was it that he didn't tell? But my view of Michael Cohen is this. He's obviously made a lot of mistakes. He's committed crimes. This is a chance for him to come clean, to level with the American people, to stick to the facts, to tell us the story, and a moment for redemption for him, and frankly, for healing for this country. Let's get the facts out. Gloria Borger is reporting that Cohen is going to bring some documents. He may bring some documents that prove the payments to the president's alleged mistresses. If he does, will those be made public? They absolutely should. I mean, obviously, he'll share those documents. His testimony is public. I don't see any grounds under which he wouldn't be able to make them public, especially because the special counsel Mueller and the Southern District of New York have already signed off on all of his testimony and what he's going to be presenting. So there's nothing that will impede ongoing investigations. So no grandstanding tomorrow? I'm sure there will be some, but no, everyone who's come on said this is about the American people. The American people want to hear from Michael Cohen and not necessarily a congressman talking or grilling or asking questions. You know what I said to my colleagues? I said, no one in the country really knows who we are, nor do they care what we have to say. What they want to know and what they will judge is Michael Cohen. They're not going to say, what question did Khanna ask? They're going to evaluate Michael Cohen. What is he saying? Is he believable? And is he putting the facts out? And we need to let him tell the story and let the facts speak for themselves, not to try to score political points, which will undermine some very serious evidence about the president's wrongdoing. It was a real pleasure. Thank you, Don. Thanks for having me.